The fuse has been lit, it's Wednesday night, Denise and Reg. Post Dynamite, come and get your Easter eggs, it's a dub. Middle of the week, it's AEW. Dynamic wrestling and injured night with us, it's a must. It's Dynamite, it might combust. Speak now, we're gonna give you all the recap. Live on YouTube is where you see that. The Cali connection with the feedback.
The California connection is here. We're in the building. What is up, everybody? It is Wednesday, July 24th, and we have AEW Blood and Guts to discuss. What a night here today. Reg, what the hell? Did you get rid of your Twitter Blue subscription?
I don't have Twitter Blue. Oh, that's a new thing that we discovered on Grapsity. If you have less than 10,000, or if you're not subscribed or you don't have a blue check mark, it won't stream anymore.
Are you serious? Because that's literally, I tried streaming right now to your Twitter account and it said no. And I was like, what the hell? Did Reg get rid of his Twitter Blue account?
No, the same exact thing happened on Grapsity because we were trying to stream to the Grapsity account and it wouldn't go on Twitter because they changed the rules.
What the hell? That's so freaking lame. Okay.
I know.
Okay, so what do you have to have? Over 10,000 followers? Or what do we
have? You have to have over 10,000 followers, be verified. Like, you know, whatever the rules are to get the stuff, you have to have that.
I had no idea. That is so freaking weird.
Okay. So dumb, right?
Yeah, it's super lame, but it's all right. We got AEW Blood and Guts to talk about. No more California connection. Just a heads up, man.
A heads up.
Oh. Reg, your forehead is so freaking famous from last week. People were still talking about it this week. Legit. What? How do you feel? We got to put your forehead on the Walk of Fame, bro. You're super famous now. What your forehead is.
Oh, so you're saying I'm on the wrong mic. Let me get connected to you guys. I'll be going through all
this whole time I was wondering if you were on the wrong mic or if it was just my headphones not working, and I've legitimately been messing with buttons for the last 2 minutes.
Denise never tells me when anything is happening. She just goes along. She's just like, I guess it's my side. She won't say anything, though. She'll just keep going.
I just blamed myself. I'm sorry. I feel like we need to start all over again. We need to start all over again. We're redoing this, everybody. Take 2. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Speak Now Pro Wrestling. Wednesday, July 24th. We're here to talk blood and guts. The California connection is back. Reg, what up? So I was thinking about this. I need to edit. I want to do an edit of like the Walk of Fame star, but I'm going to put Reg's forehead.
I'm so mad at you, Denise. I hate you. I don't like you. And I'm angry. I don't want to be famous for my forehead, Denise. I didn't get into the wrestling game. Like, I came with raps. I came with some wrestling analysts. I thought those would be the things to get me over. No way. That's not the thing. I show my forehead one time on a little post show with my friend. We're talking about wrestling. And now my forehead is the talk of the town. Let me get that right.
You were trying so hard out here putting out your little songs, your little wrestling videos, and
I'm like watching my little analytics. I'm like, what is this gonna hit? None of it. Forehead.
Oh man, I'm dead. Well, anyways, we got a lot to get into here today, and I want to start things off with these super chats because they are rolling in, and I'm curious to hear what people had to say about the show. So first and foremost, thank you so much to Sheldon Jackson for the 5 DWO memberships. We got Alexander Fitzgerald who says, not gonna lie, AEW had me fooled. I was thinking Shida was gonna attack Britt, but afterwards, instead we got Camille. Perfect timing for her debut. It certainly was. So let's go ahead and jump right into that because that is a big topic that we definitely need to discuss. So first of all, we got Britt Baker versus Hikaru Shida here. We haven't seen Britt Baker wrestle in about 10 months, and you're coming in and you're having a match with one of the finest performers in AEW with Shida. I loved that they got right in there. Like, she didn't start off having no squash matches or anything like that. It was like, you're throwing her in there with Shida. And I thought that was the best way to go about it. But it was after this match, though, that we saw Camille attack Britt Baker from behind when she was distracted by Mercedes Moné. So first and foremost, what did you think of the match and then everything that occurred afterwards?
Britt versus Shida continues to show that Shida is the MVP of this division. If you need a big match, if you need a big moment, if you need a big return, put Shida in there. She was playing the role that she played in this match was so perfect for what they were trying to tell with Britt and the story of her coming back. It's almost been a year since she's had a match. This is the way you go into it. You go in with a high profile wrestler. Shida is just fighting from underneath, but also dominating. Like she does this thing where she could play all positions. Shida is an amazing talent. Her gear was great today. I love the match because Shida was involved. But Britt looked good too for, it being so long. I think, she's going to have this thing where most of her matches are going to be high profile just because of where she sits on the totem pole. So she gets lucky in that regard. But it's really what happened after the match that was the meat and bones of this, right, Denise?
It definitely was. Now, I'm a goof, Reg. I'm a goof. When Camille came out, I didn't recognize her because when did she dye her hair red?
It's been a while since we've seen her, so I don't know exactly when she did the dye job.
Yeah, because she came out and I was like, who's that? Because I'm so used to seeing her as the platinum blonde. The last time I saw her, we did an interview here, and again, platinum blonde. So
Right.
She came out and I was like, who is that? And it wasn't until commentary said Camille where I was like, oh, wow, well, now I feel really freaking stupid. I really felt stupid during this, but I love this, though, because this is all making sense now, Reg. Remember, at least I had been complaining now every single week when Mercedes ran away and we were talking about her being that chicken shit heel. Yep. Well, now she's got somebody to be the muscle. And I feel like now we had a purpose for all of the times that she was running away. It was essentially to introduce the character of Camille. Someone to have her back.
Wow, look at that, Denise. They were telling a story all these weeks. We talked about it on Graphs. I was like, Denise doesn't really like this, Phil. What do you think?
You threw me under the bus?
It was you, Denise. What do you want from me?
You came out here the following week and you were like, I agree, Denise. But you forgot that you agreed with me?
Listen, I knew where they were going with this. I knew what kind of story was being told because Mercedes ain't scared of Britt. Why would she be scared of Britt? No, I thought this was really great, though, of her running away, kind of keeping Britt off guard because Britt's not expecting to interact with Mercedes at all, so she can have her guard down. It's like, well, you've been running every week. I could be relaxed, wait to hear what you have to say. And so Camille comes in from behind, hits a pump kick, women's wrestlers' favorite move for some reason, and she looks great out there. I knew it was Camille off the bat because she's a bigger person. It's like, who could that potentially be? And you go through the Rolodex, you're like, oh yeah, we've been waiting for Camille recently. There's been some talks. I thought it was a really great debut. I like this because we're not going to see Mercedes wrestle every single week, Denise, because she's a high profile superstar. So if she's present and she has Camille to kind of do some of her bidding, play that big bruiser role, I think this is a really great move. And it's going to be a great way to introduce Camille because she's going to get over really quickly just because of her presence, how she looks, and not play that background role for long at all.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting that we kind of already can sort of predict where this is going to turn into, where it's like, yeah, she's going to have Mercedes's back for right now, but then we'll go ahead and see down the line an eventual turn, because that always happens, right? Like they never stay together forever. It's pro wrestling, guys. Everybody screws everybody. So that just happens, right? So here's the thing, though, and oh my gosh, there's so much to get into with this. What I want to start off with Camille. Because Camille, she looks good. You were mentioning her getting over, right? Getting over with the people. She looks phenomenal. Yeah. And I do like the red hair because I think the red hair is going to give her more of like this killer type of look versus if she would have came in with the blonde hair. I don't know if it would have necessarily hit as hard having her in the role of the muscle for Mercedes here. And the other thing, for those of you who do not know, it had been all the way back in April when Fightful reported that she had been signed with AEW. So It's been a while since she's gotten signed with the company and actually made an appearance. So I like this because this tells me that they were waiting to put her in this spot from the very beginning, that this was always the plan. Either that or they were kind of trying to figure out where to put her. But I have a feeling this may have been always the plan just based on how she was brought in. And also she was the NWA Women's Champion for 813 days. That's like her big claim to fame. Yeah. It's a pretty lengthy ass reign, man. So good for her. Like that was the thing that, really got her over.
Yeah, I like her coming in like this because if you're attached to Mercedes, you're going to automatically be sprung into a different light. A lot of people know who Camille is because of what you described, her being an 800 plus day NWA women's champion. But this is just going to help her get even quicker acclimated with the AEW crowd, being involved with the homegrown talent like Britt and being involved with Mercedes, who is red hot. I think this is a great position for her, but it's not going to be long before we're like, damn, Camille's great. She's doing this. We want her to get away from Mercedes. It's great.
We got Crazy 101 here who says War Games could never. What a match. Dynamite. We got Sheldon Jackson here with some fun facts for us, saying this is the third year in a row that the heels have won Anarchy in the Arena and baby faces win Blood and Guts. Also, the only heel team to win Blood and Guts is the Pinnacle when they defeated the Inner Circle in 2021. I want to go back and watch so much of this stuff, man, Reg. I think they did the little package thing on Triller where you can go and you buy the packages and you see, but that's just for the pay-per-views, right? It's not for like the Dynamites.
I think they might be doing the Dynamites too. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay, well, either way, I want to go back and watch them all together so that I can officially decide, because I feel like it's always like recency bias. When you watch something, you're like, this one was the best ever. And there's going to be a lot of people that are like, this was the greatest Blood and Guts ever. And it was really freaking good, right? But I want to see all the other ones and all of them together so that I can make a decision having seen all of them side by side. But this one was a really good one, which we're going to get into in just a second.
Yeah, it's hard to try to compare or say right now if this was the best one. It was great, but I'd have to see them all in totality to kind of make that assumption too.
I already forgot so much, man.
All I could think of in my brain is seeing Kenny Omega hitting the V trigger on Moxley. That's the only one that's like immediately in my brain, but I can't remember any other like specifics of it.
The one, I think it was the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle when they wore all white?
Yeah.
Someone wore all white.
Mm-hmm. That's the one where they did the Jericho.
I was about to tell you.
Big spin.
That's the second thing that I was about to bring up was the Jericho big spin on the top of the cage. That was the one thing that I was waiting for in this Blood and Guts match was who's going to go to the very, very top of this freaking cage. Because, you know,
I mean, you knew who it was going to be. It's going to be Darby.
Yeah, but it didn't happen, though.
He did the big jump on Jack. Yeah,
I know, but that was inside, though. I'm talking outside. At the very top of the cage.
Trying to see somebody die. I get it.
Yeah, you know me. I'm an extremist, Reg. It's what I do. All right. I'm an violent extremist.
Mm-hmm.
We got crazy. Dude, that's like the line that gets you on the no-fly list, by the way.
Honestly, yeah, you can't be saying that too loud.
TSA gonna come out and be like, oh, she's a violent extremist. Girl, you are on the no-fly list.
Violent extremist.
We got crazy.
Also, your wrestling name.
What is it? Violent extremist?
Yeah, there you go. That could get over in CMLL. Doesn't that sound like a CMLL name, kind of?
No, that sounds like a freaking deathmatch wrestler name. I got to go out there and freaking deathmatch freaking Nick Gage with
Denise
that name.
in a deathmatch, though. That'd be kind of dope. She gets hit across with the light tube.
You know, I've always felt that way. And I hate to say it this way, but I've always felt that if I was a man, that I would be a deathmatch wrestler. And I know I shouldn't say it. If I want to be a woman, I could be a deathmatch wrestler, but not me as a woman. I'm too feminine and scared. I'm too scared. I like to imagine myself. If I was a man, I'd be less scared.
Everybody's bringing up GCW. We have seen Denise in a GCW ring before.
Oh, man. Hey, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I would take like a kendo stick. I'd go through a table.
Denise versus Sean Ross Sapp in a GCW death match. I think we're printing money over here.
Oh, God. Can you imagine that? But I would have to wear goggles, though, because eye protection.
Goggles.
Yeah, I would wear goggles as part of my gear.
There's no goggles in wrestling.
There'd be goggles for me because, Reg, every time you see a light tube get hit, you always see that shit go everywhere. And I'm traumatized after what I saw happen to Alex Zane when he got the freaking bit in his eye. Oh, hell no. After that, I was like, there goes my deathmatch wrestler dreams.
I had seen a million death matches on TV, watched a bunch, and then I saw my first in-person match in LA. And the first time you hear those light tubes or the glass shatter in person and you could feel it, I'm like, what are these guys doing? Yeah, it's kind of like a shock.
Yes, like if you've never been to any of these or you've never been like very close, like in the front, especially in GCW, it's going to be super intimate, right? Mm-hmm. Dude, that shit goes everywhere. It just becomes so like powder at some point.
It's just dangerous, honestly.
Yeah, I remember I was super excited because when I was doing GCW ring announcing, I stepped on a thumbtack and it was the greatest moment of my life. I was like, fuck yeah.
Denise is Matthew Jackson all of a sudden.
Hey, he stole my gimmick. I did that first.
You're right.
Okay. We got Crazy 101 here who says acclaimed in this was not as bad, but W show. They weren't bad at all, man. They had some good spots. We have John Taylor here who says, Denise, what dark secret will reveal today, Salcedo? And Righteous, my forehead, put Denise's kids through college, Reg. California connection. I'm gonna, Reg, when I have kids, they're gonna call you Uncle Reg and send you a thank you note for putting them through college with that forehead.
A thank you note. That's crazy. For my forehead is insane.
Thank you, Uncle Reg's forehead. We love you.
Listen, sacrifices are made, all right?
We got I Cantaloupe with my cantaloupe who says, I came to see blood and guts, not Y to J bleeding over his guts. Aw, y'all are mean. Y'all are mean.
Nasty one. What happened to Chris Jericho, Denise? I swear I looked down for 1 minute, then I looked up and I was like, why is there blood in here?
Because he was getting chopped like crazy. I don't know, man. They got violent. We'll talk about that in a second. We got Roberto Arsenal who says Mariah May wrestling stiff like her Stardom days was great. Hangman and Swerve are like the Batman and Joker destined to feud forever. You know, we always talk about certain guys that you mention their name and you mention the person right next to them who you're like, yep. You say, for example, Rock, you think Austin, right? You always have those people that you mention certain names. And I think with Swerve and Hangman, those are going to be the two guys that you mentioned for each other.
You know what's funny, Denise, is I thought when Swerve had came in, like, who would his rivalry guy be? And I thought initially it was going to be Darby Allin that he'd be fighting forever with. They kind of teased it a little bit today, but it's far and away showing that Swerve and Hangman are one of those in 5 years. We'll be like, damn, these fools are still fighting. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to have that lifelong feud. I love it.
We got Delayed Grats who says, hey, HHH. You see how strong? Oh, we're talking about the real Triple H. For a second, I thought we were doing like an acronym for something else.
No.
All right. Anyways, hey, Triple H, you see how super strong they book Swerve? Is that so hard to do? And Reg, no California connection today.
Not ever again. This is the last time last week. Watch the video from last week. That's it.
I Cantaloupe with my cantaloupe says, nice cap, Reg. Dope. How much did you pay for it?
I'm tired of y'all, okay?
We got Make Aim Great Again says, guys, when is Ricochet going to debut?
What's today?
July 24th. Blood and Guts.
His contract was over in July, sometime in July in WWE.
Okay.
Do you know?
No, I don't know. I thought you knew. You came out here. You were like, what day is it? And I'm like, bro, Reg is about to drop a scoop here.
Going to debut where? That's what I meant to say.
Okay, before All In or after All In?
I'd say before All In.
Oh, shit. I was about to say after All In.
No, All In's kind of far away.
It's not that far, bro. It's like a month.
Yeah, I think before, though. I would put him in match at All In, but that's just me.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this Blood and Guts match, and then we'll continue some super chats here. But Blood and Guts went down, and I want to get to it because that's what everybody wants to get into. Oh, boy, I don't even know where to begin here. How the hell do you break down a Blood and Guts match here? I'm just going to start off by saying that I loved the finish for the match because I like how at Double or Nothing, Anarchy in the Arena, Darby Allin set Jack Perry on fire. We have seen this. This is not a threat. He was not calling a bluff. We have seen him set this guy on fire. And when Darby started to pour the gasoline on his head and his hair, that was the moment I knew that it wasn't going to happen. Because I'm like, there's no way they're going to set his head on fire. The man would die. I'm like, I don't know what showbiz stuff they would have to do to get away with that. But this ain't Hollywood, bro. And this is live television. So I know for a fact this man is not going to be set on fire with the beautiful curls and all. But regardless, here's the thing. When you want to get someone to surrender, it has to be an extreme thing that needs to be done in order to be convinced to surrender. Because when you surrender, it hurts your pride, right? It hurts your pride. Nobody wants to surrender. So you're going to have to do something extreme to make the other team surrender. And I feel like that's what Darby did.
That's a great point that you brought up there, Denise, that I didn't really think about. We've seen Darby do this before, so we know it's not a bluff. Like, no, this will really set him on fire right now. So him being the one to be like, yo, give it up right now. I will set this fool on fire. You saw me do it with your own eyes, and I will do it again. But I do love Jack Perry also being like, fool, set me on fire. You set me on fire before. I'm still alive. Do it again. I don't care. But that was the dead giveaway of like, if you're going to set him on fire, the one thing you would probably be protecting would be his hair, I think, first. And the first thing you do is to pour it on his hair. I'm like, yeah, this is not going to happen. But yeah, I thought everybody played a really good role. Oh my goodness. For 5 straight minutes eyes were big and my mouth was wide open. Unprotected chair shot, Mark Briscoe to Jack Perry. No hands, Raven ECW style. You guys.
I didn't even notice that, Reg.
No hands, Denise. So watch the first chair shot that Mark Briscoe hits Jack Perry with is so hard, and it's just all head.
All forehead. They could do that to you, Reg, and you'd be fine. You'd be like, nah, screw CTE. My forehead's stronger. You got that coconut head. Okay. But no, I'm not here for unprotected chair shots, by the way. Like, that's not something
I hate you. Co-sign. That was really fucking good, Denise. Jesus Christ.
I can see it now. Reg with his forehead being like, I'm dead. You're like, so you know, some people, they just have like those hard heads, like Samoa Joe.
Oh my God, dude.
All right, I'm done. What's happening here? All right.
You are wild.
I do not
Denise.
Co-sign unprotected chair shots.
Yes, please no, you guys. We're making jokes, but do not do that.
Please don't. I noticed, I'm glad I didn't notice that. Can I be honest? I'm glad I didn't notice that in the match, because had I did, I would have been like,
when I saw it, I was like, like I was shaking in my room because it was so hard. And it's like, yo, could you not? You guys, like, I understand what we're doing. We're telling a story. Jack Perry has done a lot. We need to beat his ass, but let's take it a little bit easy. We just know too much about how awful that is.
Isn't it crazy that we would rather see someone get set on fire again than see someone take an unprotected chair shot to the head?
Definitely. I'm like, set him on fire 20 times. Hit him on the head? Never. 0%, dude. Damn.
I know.
Or thumbtacks, barbed wire, all the other stuff. I'm like, yeah, unprotected chair shot. No, dude, don't do it.
Right. One of my favorite moments in this, by the way, and again, it was, of course, Darby, because I tweeted this, by the way. Darby just understands the assignment. He just knows what the hell to do. He just gets this stuff. It's in his blood, man. Yep. So Darby doing that freaking monkey bars type of coffin drop.
He's nuts.
That was sick, dude. That was sick. That was
Darby,
one of my favorite parts of the match.
When they announced that Darby was going to be in the match, it's like, okay, what kind of crazy ass thing is Darby going to do? He did a lot of crazy shit, but like scaling to try to take some opponent out. It's really, the way he does destruction is so different than everybody else. Cause like they say wrestlers put their body on the line, but this guy legit, like his body is a big fucking weapon and he will do anything in the world to kill you. I love Darby Allin. That like, just the finish of this of like, dude, I'll set him on fire. Actually, I'll set all of us on fire if you don't give us what I want. It's like such a crazy character trait.
Yeah, it really is. Now, I do want to circle back to what we had mentioned earlier, which somebody brought up, which was Swerve and Hangman, because there was a whole lot that went down there. Like Hangman did not come out in his number, in his spot where he was supposed to come out. And I think from then on, I think for the most part, all of us figured it out that when Swerve came out, that he was going to be attacked from behind. And so he was attacked from behind. And so he beats him up and chains him to the freaking cage door. And it was so funny. This was my favorite part, Reg, was when Prince Nana came out with the little pliers. Because
they got a big pop. Oh yeah, see that I knew that was gonna happen. Anytime you try to deal with keys and you have seconds and it's live TV, never goes well. And they got to a moment there where it was like, oh, they're struggling, switch the camera, and everybody in the ring was watching what's going on. It's like, oh no, and then Nana comes down to save the day. It's like they should have done that off rip. One thing I maybe would have changed is like what you brought up of how when Swerve came out, you should have been concerned about where Hangman is, right? You know what I mean? Like he's just coming out.
Saw it coming.
Right. You like, where is he? He's just walking out all confident, but like Hangman's back here trying to kill you, dude. You should be watching your back.
Right. He should have had Prince Nana like walking backwards, being like, and that way if he came in, he could be like, Swerve, turn around.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, but I do agree with that.
They
So
couldn't have did the handcuff thing though. If they, how would they have gotten to him getting him in the handcuffs against the cage?
they
If
still
he
would have
would have
gotten
known?
that. Look, because they could have just fought and then he could have just gotten the best of him to the point where he chained him up against the wall. And then him finally getting in there. I like how they basically like cut up the cage to give him like a little mouse trap to go in through. And so he goes in there. And one of the parts that I did like here. So first of all, it was that moment when you see Hangman and Swerve across from each other. And everyone's like, holy shit, this is happening. They start going at it. But when they opened up those briefcases and they took out the staplers and everybody just started stapling each other, it was just like a free-for-all.
Yeah, that part I was like, I don't know if I like this spot. Black man in the middle, a bunch of white guys with staplers. This looks kind of crazy. I know everybody else probably didn't notice, but I was like,
great. Now I feel like a terrible person.
I get it. Nobody has to. You don't have to react the same way that I do. But I was like, hey, this looks crazy. Get him out of there. What a bunch of staplers.
Reg, you were about to run in and be like, yo.
I'm saying, what's up? Get me on the flight. I'll go help my boy Swerve out because this is crazy. But, time it's crazy outside, Denise. Times are crazy.
See, I saw it. Well, obviously I saw it differently, but I saw it more so as like, oh, everybody's just like, this guy stapling each other, this guy stapling this guy stapling that guy. And it just turned into like, I don't know, like when freaking people break a piñata and everybody's just trying to scramble in there and get candies. Except this time you're stabbing people with a stapler.
Black piñata, Denise? Everybody was hitting a black piñata.
No, I'm saying afterwards, Reg. Afterwards.
Is anybody else hearing this? This is crazy.
Okay. No, that's not the part that I'm talking about. You know the part after when the candy comes down and all the kids throw themselves?
When chicken and watermelon comes out of a black piñata, Denise? I can't believe you would say that on this show.
Candy, wow. Reg.
I can't. Unbelievable. Malt liquor and Newports falling out of it. Like, what? Why are you saying this?
Reg, first of all, you need to go out and hit a piñata because you clearly do not know the dynamics of how it works, okay? What I'm trying to say is when all the kids are fighting each other to get the freaking candy, it gets ugly in there. Have you ever been in there where you're like fighting other kids for candy?
Totally. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's how it felt like when everybody was trying to fight each other to get the staples to staple the other person. Swerve wasn't the only one who got stapled here.
Denise is trying to fight out of that hole she's in. He's like, get me out of here. Get me out of here.
You're out here trying to make me look bad, Reg.
Had you on the ropes, too. You were like, no, that's not what I'm saying. What about this?
But that wasn't what I was saying, though. I had a really good vision of this. A really nice, innocent vision of it, Reg.
Ooh, I'm so...
Anyways.
Really funny.
I liked all of that.
Yeah, no, it was a really good angle. I liked the Swerve coming in hot off of being chained to the fence, coming in, stapling everybody, hitting them with house calls. I thought it was a really good moment. Anthony Bowens, somebody brought up the Acclaim, and like that was a thing going into this match, Denise, is because a lot of people were like, well, why isn't FTR in this spot instead of Acclaim? But it's like, I don't know, what story have they been telling with FTR? Has Acclaim make more sense to be in this match at this moment?
Yes, right? They have. I think it would have been kind of weird had they left them out. And I feel like even though there was a lot of people that were apprehensive about wanting the Acclaim to be part in the Blood and Guts, I mean, they have been feuding. This is the people we've been seeing them on TV with across. Like, I don't even know what the hell is FTR is up to right now.
Yeah, that would have just...
I've been missing Collision. I'm sorry.
It would have just been kind of random if they would have been in, swapped out. I mean, it would have worked because it's FTR, but for the story that they were telling, this made a lot of sense. In the match, though, Anthony Bowens coming in with the scissors, trying to kill Jack Perry, trying to scissors his mouth, and then taking that big bump off of the cage. Anthony Bowens was one of the MVPs of this match, too.
He had one of the mid-match moments that I thought, or he had like one of the best when he came into the match, because he came in there and right away it was like, okay, I'm doing all this stuff with the scissors, stabbing him in the forehead and then putting the scissors like in his mouth. That was like looking really painful. So he had one of the best entrances. I think him, Swerve, Hangman did the best straight off of coming into the match.
Right. Yeah. Off of like, it's my big moment. I only have a little bit of time to capitalize. Yeah. Really great stuff there with Anthony Bowens. What'd you think about Double J coming out to get a moment for some reason?
Nashville. They're in Nashville. So I think that's why he was getting the moment.
What else?
That was it. He said they were in Nashville, right? That's where Blood and Guts was at.
What else?
Isn't he from like What's the details here? They even said it. They were like, oh, hometown boy, Jeff Jarrett. What do you mean, what else? Yeah, Tennessee. I double checked just in case.
I guess Hangman spit at him. Yeah, all right. But I don't.
Reg, you're being a hater, okay?
Right. Okay.
This man literally won our hearts over in this emotional promo he did, and he got people. Reg, people on the internet legitimately wanted to see Jeff Jarrett win the Owen Cup. And if that doesn't tell you...
Bind 120 years old between Billy Gunn and Jeff Jarrett. That's all I got to say. 120 years old between the two of them.
Yeah, but they're bringing different things to the table, though. Billy Gunn and Jeff Jarrett are not the same.
120 years old. 120 years old.
Are you ageist, Reg? Why are you stopping to think about it? That was an easy no answer, Reg.
Like, wait,
You really had to think about that.
120 years old, look, Denise.
How old is Jeff Jarrett? Look, there is no, I did not mind Jeff Jarrett going out there. He's 57 years old. It's in Tennessee. Dude, had they not got out there, how the hell was Swerve supposed to get off of the freaking cage?
Prince Nana came in and saved him anyways.
He was there the whole time and hadn't done anything. He came in until way later. And I don't even think they ended up using his pliers in the end. They did, but to open the actual cage. But he wasn't the one that actually unkeyed him because they had the key.
Why could Nana have just saved him the whole time? What do we need Jeff Jarrett 100? What do we need 124 years old of people for?
Because Prince Nana didn't save him. Prince Nana was out somewhere looking for pliers.
They didn't save him either. Prince Nana saved him.
Bro,
what happened?
Bro, it was Jeff Jarrett and Billy Gunn who had the key that actually opened up the freaking handcuffs.
But did they use it?
Yes.
No, Prince Nana cut him out.
No, he was already out. He cut the cage.
Run it back. No, he cut him out.
Look, all I'm saying is there's nothing wrong with Jeff Jarrett being out there. All right, he got a great reaction.
That was
Man
a cheap
deserved
pop.
it.
Cheap Mick Foley pop.
Okay, bro, we're talking pro wrestling here. We live here for cheap pop.
No, Jeff Jarrett, stay in the back. And he was earlier talking to Bryan Danielson. I'm like, what is Jeff Jarrett doing out here?
Dude, he gave him like the nicest speech ever. Boosted up Bryan Danielson's morale. Okay, you know what, Reg? I do not appreciate the hatred on Double J over here.
Look, he didn't need it. Bryan Danielson don't need it.
He was down in the dumps, and he came out and he basically told him that he believed in him. He told him if he was going to go all in, to freaking go all in.
He has the match.
Yeah, but it's all about how you feel mentally heading into a match. Now,
why are you going so hard for Jeff Jarrett, Denise?
Because I'm mad, Reg. I'm mad that you're hating on poor little 57-year-old Jeff Jarrett.
What was he doing there?
Getting a hometown pop. Reg, okay, for example, there's just certain people that you want to see in certain places. It's fine. You know?
No,
you know what? You're just
I'm
a
not
hater,
rolling.
Reg.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
just
not
a
rolling.
hater. I support you, Double J. Bookmark that.
I love Double J, but just here, what are you doing here, Jeff?
After all that, you love Double J?
I love Double J. Biggest fan. He's one of the greatest finishers in the world. But like, what are you doing here?
Okay. Okay. Never mind. Never mind.
What are you doing here?
I preferred seeing Double J there than Billy Gunn.
Both of you guys stay in the back.
Billy Gunn was also there, though, to help out his guys, the Acclaimed, who were in the match.
Makes more sense than Jeff Jarrett does.
Bro, Tennessee, give him some love, man. All right, I'm moving on from this. Or else I'm just going to get mad, work myself into a shoot.
Remember what happened last time? Oh, you're crazy.
We got Patokio here who says, Denise hiding a billboard under those banks. You could have a WrestleMania advertisement on that 5-head.
I'm saying that whole time she blocked it all out. She didn't even try to show hers because you know what time it is.
So first of all, Reg, I've just had bangs for like a year. The last how many years of my career have I been showing my forehead? My forehead has been out there. It's been seen by the people.
Show it now then.
You see? What?
Listen, you could play a Tubi movie on that thing. Leave me alone.
All right. I'll play a gorgeous Tubi movie, okay? You know what? For the rest of the show, I'm going to keep my hair like this. Because you know what? I don't let people bully me, Reg.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Yeah,
I respond very well to peer pressure.
You do. I hate
We
it
got
about you.
we got Crazy 101 who says to Jack for doing the chair spot. Jamie return. Eyes. Yeah, I'm expecting that at Allin.
Me too.
Christopher Marino says, I thought Blood and Guts was only okay. I hated the ending. Also, I love Danielson, but how is this the biggest feud not headlining Allin, Swerve, and Hangman? Because we've seen it 3 times.
That's a good question. Those are two good comments there. I think the ending, I maybe could have had a different ending. I didn't love it. I liked it, but I didn't love it. Like the whole do this, give up because of this is kind of like not the greatest kind of ending in the world. And not for nothing, before the whole Owen Hart tournament thing, I was all on the side of Bryan Danielson winning and having the big match, but people are super hot for Swerve and Hangman, Denise. It's undeniable at this point, But
we've seen it 3 times.
I agree. I think that's what the sell, and that's what AEW is trying to sell. Like, we've already seen the match. They've had one of the greatest matches in AEW history. This is more about that, but people don't care about that.
But I feel like if we were to run back, I was about to say Sheldon versus Swerve. If we were going to run back Hangman versus Swerve at Allin, I can guarantee there would be people on social media going, we're going to see this again. We've already seen it 3 times.
Agreed. Yeah. So that's what you would have ran into. And the Bryan Danielson match is going to be amazing. It's just going to be some stuff going there.
Plus, I also feel like you need to give Swerve different opponents. It just can't be just all about him and Hangman, in my opinion. That's just how I feel about it.
And like I said, in 5 years, we're going to be talking about Hangman. This is forever. We don't have to get to it all right now,
Sheldon Jackson says, another fun fact, the men who said I quit or submitted in Blood and Guts, Sammy Guevara, Matt Menard, who tapped, Jon Moxley, and now Matthew Jackson. Huh, interesting.
Another fun fact.
Sammy Guevara, we haven't seen in the longest time. Matt Menard, he had a baby, and I think he's been gone. No, did he?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't having a baby will take you out for a while.
No, but wasn't the baby a long time ago? Or was it an injury? Or was
it both? The baby older than 1 at this point? I'm like, the baby?
No, I don't think it was the baby. I think it was the baby, but then he came back.
And remember the Jeff Hardy thing? He got suspended.
Yes, that's what it was. I don't know if he ever came back
after that, though. It's been a while. Jeff Hardy's in TNA at this point. Like, what?
And then Matt Menard's off doing commentary. Jon Moxley's still doing his thing. And now Matthew Jackson. So, okay, fine. Grapple Geekery says, Reg threw your forehead fist under that bus. Damn. Oh, no. Reg threw you forehead first under that bus. I know. I Cantaloupe with my Cantaloupe says, Reg, what did Rhea Ripley say when she whispered in Dirty Dom's ear before she licked his face? I'm Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself. LMFAO.
Oh, something nasty. They're getting nasty over there, Denise. I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, man. What can I say? People are interested. Chris Ledeck says, I liked Blood and Guts better if they did them like an old War Games match where there are no weapons because it'd make using the cage as a weapon mean more. Yeah, I get it. I do feel that. I think that sometimes AEW, you always also want to be different. Like, this is their version of War Games.
Totally. Yeah.
So they can do it with or without, really.
Exactly. Like, their War Games represents the plunder, represents all the weapons, represents the craziness. It's more than just like guys fighting in a cage.
Yes Boy says, if we were all managers, which wrestlers would y'all manage? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Because who would I want to be paired up with? I don't want to be paired up with. It would have to be someone who can't talk. That's the problem. Because you would have to be doing all the talking.
Someone who can't talk.
I don't know who I would be managing. That's a really hard question.
Oh, yeah. Denise's is Roxanne. But Roxanne can talk, though.
Yeah. But you don't have to be a manager just with a person you closely resemble.
That's what it is. That's how it works these days. So I'd be like the New Day's manager.
Street Profits, bro. They
One of those.
need to be rebooted.
I'm saying. The new Hurt Business. I'm the leader of it.
Oh my gosh, you would be with Carmelo Hayes.
I would be with Carmelo. See, that's the homie though. That would
Yeah,
actually work.
I'd be with Dragon Lee.
Oh, you would be with Dragon Lee. You could be with Andrade.
I could be with Andrade. I could be with Dragon Lee.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff, man. I got
Denise in the LWO. That's it. That's hot.
What's up? Melissa Cabello says, I kind of wanted to see Jack's hair on fire.
Wow.
That's savage. Melissa Cabello more savage than me.
Man, he has beautiful hair, Melissa.
Yeah, he does. Matt Logan says, enjoyed Blood and Guts. I thought the boxes Young Bucks brought in was going to be an exploding. Yeah, I did so too, because you know how they always do that exploding shoe thing that they do. That's actually what I thought it was going to be as well.
Yeah, the build up to the boxes was a little flat, I think.
John Taylor says Reg hates the forehead jokes until that sweet, sweet money hits the bank account.
Yeah, I'm saying keep them coming, you guys. Might bring the forehead out just for that.
Oh, damn. I cantaloupe with my cantaloupe says MJF unveils AEW's belt and Shida cosplays it.
I forgot about MJF's belt.
Oh, we'll get to that. Actually, let's get to that right now since we spent quite a bit of time on Blood and Guts. So let's rewind to the top of AEW here. And all right, so MJF out here looking like Mr. America. He basically hasn't forgotten about his AEW title, makes a mention of Swerve, saying he's at some point going to get it. He brags about beating Ospreay, and he's like making it seem like he beat him in 30 seconds instead of this 1 hour match. And then he starts talking about Will Ospreay's grandmother and saying he should dig a grave next to her. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, like, did his grandmother really pass? And if so, that's so messed up.
I'm like, why are we doing all this when he started talking about the grandma and the grave name? I'm like, yo, what's happening here? I don't know. Like, I know how MJF gets heat, but I didn't need it. But, you know, I guess that's his thing. So I don't know.
So then he starts going off about how he deserves a belt that is more superior to him, superior to his upbringing. And he throws the AEW International title in the trash. And he unveils this American flag type of freaking belt. And he now changes it to calling it the AEW American Championship. And then there's this big flag that comes down with his face on it. And there's confetti everywhere. But Will Ospreay comes out and runs off MJF. And then we find out that the match has been made official. He spoke to Tony Khan. He made the decision to make this match happen. Part 2 at AEW Allin for the International Championship. And here is the bout for anybody that missed it. Oh, and somebody on Twitter pointed out that the side plates say that this is the only country that matters.
Oh my God.
We're supposed to hate it, guys. Like,
yeah, that's the point.
The heel. We're supposed to hate this. Like, it's supposed to be as obnoxious and loud as it possibly can be. And I think he definitely succeeded on that. I mean, come on. He put only country that matters.
I feel like if I heard a story, Fightful Select from the homie Sean Ross Sapp, that was like, oh, this belt is actually old. It's been sitting around because it was originally for this blonde guy that works at a different place. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they were like, hey, this is actually the boys' belt.
There's still a blonde guy at the place that would probably want this belt. You went there, Red. I did it.
I walked there and you ran there, Denise. I was like, listen.
Thanks.
If next week your boy shows up with the big American flag neck tattoo, I wouldn't be surprised. Like if MJF just goes full Cody Rhodes, I'd be like, that's great. That's funny. With how the country is right now, Denise, and the things that are going on in the real world, I get it, but also don't want it.
I'm gonna be like those, how do I say it? I don't know, my Vince McMahon voice is coming in. It's all about the heat, damn it. Can you imagine the heat?
Sometimes
that's literally how I feel about this.
There's real world things. I use wrestling to get away from things, and you're not going to let me get away from things with this shit. Like, I use wrestling to get away from American flag shit. I use wrestling to get away from this shit because I don't fucking like it outside. Fucking sucks every single day. Wrestling is where I go to get away from it if I'm going to have to go over here to listen to it for some heat. I don't fucking want it. That's just real life Reggie Gaines, not righteous Reg talking. That's like, I use this shit to escape, and now I can't escape because you're going to be talking this shit. I don't real fucking want it, but I get it.
Oh, we got the government name out here. This is Reg's TED Talk at the moment, but I get it. I think it's interesting, right? Because it's going to take a lot of guts to do this, primarily because we know that doing like the USA versus the world, this is a gimmick that we have seen a million times in pro wrestling. It's a trope we've seen in pro wrestling so many times, right? It's outdated. It's super outdated. So the fact that he's bringing it back, I'm like, okay, that's going to take courage, right? And you know that it's the whole thing. Like, he's going to be going to CMLL. He's going to be going to Mexico. Oh, this shit. Oh, they eat it up over there. Like this freaking American coming over here. That's going to get some good heat for sure. So I guess take it for how you will. You know, there was some comedy in this.
I get it. I understand. It's going to get heat. He's going to be in Wembley. He's going to be in Mexico. All these places are going to be like, boo, America. But it's like, as somebody that's living in this shit right now, maybe not the time.
You're like, I'm rooting for the UK.
Yep. And people that are like, oh, I get it. It's not that. I'm sure you don't.
So that's basically what we're getting. But I am excited that we're going.
I'm sure it's nothing for a lot of people. I'm sure it is.
So I'm excited to get this match, part 2 at Wembley. That's sort of what we were all anticipating, and it's happening. And so here we go. We got Will Ospreay chasing the international championship belt over at freaking Allin.
Allin. I keep thinking about All Out because it's so soon after that. And I'm like, what direction are they going to go with all this stuff? But the card for Allin is shaping up pretty good.
Dude, All Out is like that middle child. You just always forget the middle child.
It sucks because it's like so close and it's a big show. It's one of the biggest show of the year, but now being connected to this giant show, it's like the redheaded stepchild. It sucks.
Yeah. John Taylor says the fact that a lot of us didn't notice the chair shot was unprotected proof that it shouldn't be done and an unnecessary risk. Just put up your hands. I know. Imagine you're taking an unprotected chair shot and you're like, I'm the shit. And then all of a sudden you're like, wait, nobody saw that. Thanks.
Right. That's what makes it even worse is they were probably like, we'll do an unprotected chair shot. It'll probably get a lot of country. Nobody even saw it.
We got Speed Punk here says the show ruled. Camille on AEW. Let's go. P.S. The guy at Taco Bell said, here's your root beer. My brain almost broke. Was waiting when did they do that? Wait, I'm confused. What are we talking about? Taco Bell?
So P.S. The guy at Taco Bell said, here's your root beer. My brain almost broke. Was waiting when I guess he didn't know that they had root beer at Taco Bell.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait, was there a Taco Bell skit that I didn't see on AEW? I don't like root beer. Sorry, guys. I know I'm a heel, but I hate root beer.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
Oh, you're a root beer fan?
I love root beer. Big root beer fan. Why don't you like root beer?
It tastes like weird. I don't know. I just don't like it. It's the one soda that I don't like, and I'll drink like ginger ale. I'll drink all of that. I drink the prebiotic soda that's supposedly not soda. It's supposed to be like healthy soda.
Yeah, poppy stuff.
Yeah. Oh, how'd you know I get poppy? Yeah, I get those. I tried those. I tried those. I tried the Ollies. I try to switch it up.
The Ollies kind of taste good. The Ollie root beer actually not for nothing. It's kind of good.
Oh God, I would.
If you don't like real soda with real stuff and like that'll taste okay.
We got Vic Maverick here who says pinch Nana with the pliers. Pinch Nana. John Taylor says, Reg, don't worry. Denise has lots of black pinata friends. What does that even mean? That sounds awful. That sounds terrible.
That's insane.
Oh, you know what? I would love it if someone made a pinata of me. That would be freaking sick.
That would be sick, though. Denise pinata?
Hell yeah, man.
Get one made somewhere out there.
Huh? Yeah, I could actually know someone who makes pinatas. So, like, that could be a legit thing. I could probably get a pinata made of me.
And then we hit it?
Then we hit it. But I want the first shot at it. I want the first. Yeah, I'd have fun with that. That's actually really sad. All right, we got Adam Legend here who says, Swerve from victim of racism to an anime pro tag with the staple gunshot. Another satisfying racial moment, MP3.
Yeah, I mean, Swerve did make up for it immediately afterwards. He got his comeuppance and, like, stapled in a house called Everybody, so it worked out.
We got I Cantaloupe with my Cantaloupe who says, Denise, can you please grow your bangs out, then donate them to Righteous Reg Hair Club for Men Foundation? Do it for charity. Did you see that? Someone put oh, it's Mike from Indeed who edited my bangs on your forehead. Oh, it looked awful.
Looked so bad. Shout out to Mike.
We got John Taylor who says, "Don't worry, Denise. Reg has geriatric friends." Sorry, couldn't come out.
Last time, like, if some of them see this, they might be kind of mad. I'm sorry, you guys.
Do you really have old friends?
Yeah.
I think you might be my oldest friend, Reg. Sorry.
Wait,
you're my geriatric friend. I think you're my oldest friend. Are you older than Phil and Will?
No, Phil's older than I am.
Okay, Phil's my oldest friend. You're my second oldest friend.
Suck it, Phil, you old man.
All right, we got Hell Haiti here who says Denise never went this hard for Roderick Strong.
That's a fact. You hate Roderick Strong.
I do not hate
I think
Roderick
we already
Strong.
established that.
Grapple Geekery says, Reg, Jared is tight with Tweet Swift. You won't win this fight. You won't win this fight. Yeah, you won't. You're out.
That's true. That's a good point.
D says 5 heads Salcedo. Mike 290K says Jay Briscoe getting good spots in. I love it. Would have liked to see Danielson screw Swerve to set up the All-In main event. I would rather see Swerve and Hangman again. Rate every blood and guts match. Yeah, I would have to first watch all the blood and guts match to rate it again. I feel like we can still see Swerve and Hangman at some point. It doesn't have to be All-In though, because why is no one excited for Bryan Danielson and Swerve? Am I in a club all by myself?
No, it's just because we've been really getting to the blood and guts match. Like next week, they'll start getting into the next week they're doing the Rampage. I don't know. But the Bryan Danielson match is going to be amazing. It's Bryan Danielson. I'm sure they'll start telling more stories going into it. We have a little bit of time. I understand because they are hot into the Hangman and Swerve stuff. But when the Bryan match happens, it'll be great, you guys.
I know. Why are we acting like if Bryan Danielson is some like...
He's not just some fool. He's Bryan Danielson.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm starting to wonder, like, when did everybody get on this boat of like, oh, we're not excited for freaking Bryan Danielson versus Swerve at All-In?
I get it.
John Taylor says somewhere there's a message board of forehead lovers who found their new favorite YouTube show, or like freaking Wiki Forehead.
Yeah, Wiki Forehead. Leave me off of Wiki Forehead.
Hey, everybody has like weird kinks and stuff. I'm pretty sure there's like a forehead lover out there.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, I can see it. We got I Cantaloupe with my Cantaloupe who says Ed from Good Burger said he likes Denise's head. I haven't seen Good Burger, so I'm sorry. I don't get the joke. Reg, is this funny? No, but I am known to have the biggest head in my family. So
see,
I see it in photos all the time. Biggest head in the family. Yes, boy says, Denise, what SummerSlam show were you watching where your husband took that picture of you and when you aren't posting it? Oh, I don't remember which one it was, but Reg, basically I told a story on the Tuesday NXT post show that I was watching a really bad SummerSlam and I don't remember which one it was, but I was kind of a little bit miserable watching it and I didn't realize it. Like I was just in the living room watching and my husband took a picture of me and sent it to me and it is the world's most horrible photo ever. And no one's gonna see it. Like no one's gonna see it.
Did you delete it?
He has it, but no one's gonna see it. He keeps sending it to me too, and it just really ruins my day every time I see it because it makes me feel awful.
How mad would you be if it got onto the internet?
Oh, I'd be pissed, like grounds for divorce. So if you want to ruin my marriage, Reg.
Okay, I'm staying under this. I didn't know it was that crazy.
Yes, I would be pissed. I would be like, we're getting a fucking divorce.
Denise went from 0 to divorce, you guys. Like, she is not fucking around.
That picture is not getting out, okay?
I thought she was just going to be like, I'd be mad at her. No, she said that's grounds for this. Is a really bad picture.
Divorce. It's a really bad picture. It has a wrinkle and everything, Reg.
Oh, God.
And it's like no makeup, hair in a bun.
Oh, you're messed up.
Awful. It's so bad. Several years ago, Russell Brand, do you remember Russell Brand and Katy Perry were a couple?
Mm-hmm.
Russell Brand put out these pictures of Katy Perry with no makeup. You can see like her acne and everything. And I remember everybody being like, damn, Russell Brand did Katy Perry dirty. This picture would be just that for me.
He needs to delete this out of his phone at this point. Jeez.
Yes.
Louise.
Exactly that.
Or he should wait until Christmas and make a big giant poster of it.
No. I would die.
And right when you walk in the house, it's just right there. Dude, that's going to be so funny.
Speed Punk says BTW root beer at Taco Bell sucks. I'm not surprised. It probably just tastes like water.
Wow, root beer slander.
Mike T90K says, who wore the booty jeans better, Liv or Statlander? I didn't notice Statlander wearing the booty jeans. I did
What?
notice Liv. I don't know, Reg. I'm not a pervert. I'm not looking at all these girls' butts.
You didn't notice. You didn't notice Statlander wearing those jeans.
No, I didn't notice, Reg.
Did you watch that little?
I did. She got beat up. She beat up Willow Nightingale. I saw that backstage attack.
There are people in here saying Liv. Are you guys okay? Did you see Liv?
Liv looked great. What are you talking about? I would kill to look like Liv and have that part of her body on my part of my body. Oh, that sounds really wrong, but you know what I mean.
If you like under 100 pounds, like, ooh.
Reg, no body.
Oh, I'm not supposed to body shame. I'm sorry. I forgot there's reverse body shaming too.
That's my goal. You know.
I forgot there was reverse body shaming.
I would love to look like Liv Morgan.
I apologize, Liv. You look great, but like not for me.
You just like them thick, Reg.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice Chris Statlander. I'm sorry.
You're tripping. Liv Morgan looks great. I'm not saying that, but
I feel like I shouldn't be in trouble for not noticing someone's butt.
I like heavy girls. Sorry, you guys. I don't know. What do you want from me?
Okay, never mind. I was about to say, why are you making it seem like Chris Statlander is like super? She's not that meaty.
She's heavy, and I'd like to lift her.
How do I bounce back from that? Mr. Acosta says, not the manga title, shaking my head, lol.
I don't like it.
We're not supposed to like it, guys. All right, David Primero says MJF's new titles looks like SmackDown versus Raw title from the game mix of Cody Rhodes.
I'm telling you, that's Cody's belt.
You can create your own belt, right? Like on those games.
But I like Cody. That's my homie. It would be like it's a Cody. I think like he's doing like a Cody parody bit, you know?
Yeah. I feel that. David Primero, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that, man. All right, so we need to get into what haven't we talked about here today. We got two squash matches, Pac versus Iron Savage's Boulder. Pac gets a quick win. Mariah May gets a quick win over Jalen Alexis. Not really too much to add about that. Jericho versus Suzuki for the FTW title. I really legit think that Suzuki legitimately thought that he was trying to chop down a tree with those chops. But nothing much to say about those three things. Did you have anything for those three things?
Yeah, the Chris Jericho and Suzuki thing. I thought it was fun for what it was. Like I said, I looked down and looked up, and Jericho's chest was bleeding all over the place, and the match was a little bit aggressive. But like this match could have been anywhere else on the show. It wasn't really that urgent that we needed to see it. But they they finished up telling stuff.
The Tony thing.
Oh, yeah. Mariah May. That's
Tony attacked Mariah May. Mm-hmm. Dude, she looks so different with the freaking all black clothes. I almost felt like I didn't recognize her. She looked like a crazy, evil, mad woman. And so I think that was the point. The
camera had to like zoom in all the way on her for us to be like, oh yeah, that's Toni Storm for real. It's not just some crazed fan. But yeah, I thought that was a really great angle of I like that Mariah looked back and she didn't run. Like for a moment, I'm like, with the spacing, she might jump out of this ring. But no, she got to it. They punch, split them apart. Tony got the big line in. I thought this was a really great showing between the both of them.
Yeah, I think so too. They did really great here. And I just love how mad Toni Storm looked. Like that was my favorite part of that.
What was her line? Are you ready to die or something?
Are you ready to die? And I didn't understand what she said. It took me a second because she like screamed it out and I'm like, what did she say? Like what language is she speaking right now? But then I heard it like 5 minutes later for whatever reason. So yeah, so I did like that she got so nasty with her. That was super great. And then I know we spent our time talking about booty shorts, but Chris Statlander attacking Willow. And it looks like she's coming for her CMLL title, which was a little bit unexpected. I thought, okay, they're going to have an eliminator match. I think next week is when they're probably doing that.
I'm glad you explained what was said because I've watched the segment 40 times and I don't know what they say in it.
You were like, duh.
I'm like, damn, every time Statlander comes in, I'm like, what? You know, on the old cartoons are like, ooga, ooga, the eyes come out and the tongue rolls down like a bunch of stairs.
Reg.
Hard eyes.
Oh my God. I need to go back and watch
Oh God.
Great. Now I need to go back and watch that and see what you all saw, apparently.
Gotta see these pants, Denise.
I just wasn't thinking in that light. I'm sorry. All right. We got a super chat here from Roy Zhang who says, would love to see Danielson do the Cena story where it's the worst year of his life, except Brian has actually been losing. He has actually, but I'm telling you, it's going up from here. It's going up from here. He did hella great in that freaking tournament.
And after that Jarrett speech, how could he lose, Denise says.
Dude, wasn't that okay? Now I'm not a Star Wars fan, so someone here, please correct me in the proper terminology. Are you a Star Wars fan?
I'm not. Never seen it.
Okay, so I was watching The Big Bang Theory because you know me, I'm rewatching The Big Bang Theory, and there's a scene where Sheldon has Professor Proton dies in the show, which was really sad because he really did pass a couple of days ago. So
the homie.
I didn't know he that episode was coming up on The Big Bang Theory. So in The Big Bang Theory, he plays Professor Proton, and Professor Proton dies, right? And Sheldon has this dream where Professor Proton is his
Bob Newhart.
Yes, Bob Newhart. So Sheldon has this dream where Professor Proton comes and is his I know Star Wars fans right now are like so mad.
You're dead.
I don't know the guy's name. I forgot what his name is. It's the one that plays, I think it's the one that Ewan McGregor plays, that character. Again, guys, I've seen half the Star Wars movies, but I'm not a big fan. Whatever. Someone here is going to have that. Whatever. So Professor Proton gives like all of this great advice to Sheldon, and Sheldon is correlating it to Star Wars because they basically had their own Star Wars scene in The Big Bang Theory. Obi-Wan, thank you so much.
Oh, gotcha.
Thank you.
Yes.
So he's like giving him the advice, and it's supposed to like change his life. All this to say that's what this reminded me of.
Oh my God. All that to get to that.
Thank you. That's what that all the Star Wars fans. Oh, it's not Star Wars? No, it is Star Wars. People are saying it's Star Trek. No, it's not. That's Star Wars.
No, it's Obi-Wan. I think that's Star Wars.
Obi-Wan Kenobi and the freaking robes and the thing, the stick, the lightsaber, that is 100% Star Wars.
Yeah. All that. Yeah.
So that's the Big Bang Theory was doing their version of that Star Wars scene. And then this AEW. I'm done.
I'm like, where is this going? What about Bryan Danielson? What does he have to do with this?
That's just what it felt like. He came out. Bryan Danielson needed some advice. They were sitting down.
Double J was being his Obi-Wan. I get it, Denise.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to say.
Whew, I was lost.
Okay, I'm done. I can't do these Star Wars references.
You don't even know it either. Good for you.
I don't. And apparently, I actually didn't know this. I've seen like 5 of the movies. I think there's 11? I've seen 5 of them, and I didn't even know I've seen 5 of them.
That's a lot. You're almost a fan.
I know, and I don't even remember anything of what I saw. All right, we got Steve Fight here who says, "Hey, Reg, Chris Statlander or Mama Wayne?"
Stat. Because Stat could slam me. Like, that's...
Reg, you're into
that's
that?
Cool. You're not trying to get slammed?
I ain't trying to get slammed.
Like suplex? Okay,
bro, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in your life.
Power slam?
You might have to go see a therapist, Reg, at this point.
Listen. Press slam? The hands?
Reg,
you know the press slam, you lift them up. And
Reg, do we need to talk? Do you have like mother issues? Like what's going on here?
It's all consensual.
Okay.
If you say at first, yeah, you could lariat me before everything happens, and it's fine.
My goodness, guys.
You can lariat me.
Y'all are too much, guys. By the way, Jared here is saying if I read his super chat, I don't think take over, Reg, while I look for his super chat because I did not see it here.
Did we talk about everything on this show? Oh yeah, Brian Keith got his comeuppance. No, Shibata got his comeuppance on Brian Keith, and I hope that somehow leads between a singles match of Brian Keith and Shibata some here in the next week. Please make it happen. I don't know. I'm tired of waiting for it. Also, for no odd reason at all.
Also, to Gerard, your super chat didn't go through. I just double checked it and it's not there. So just a heads up. Alrighty. So that was pretty much our show, everyone. And I'm just looking to make sure I didn't miss anything here, but that's pretty much it. And I had nothing for the bitch counter this week too.
No bitch counter this week.
Yeah, no bitch counter. Alrighty, everyone. So before we go, thank you guys so much for hopping on into the show. If you guys enjoyed it, please follow us, support us, show some love. We're here each and every single Wednesday chatting AEW Dynamite. Tuesdays, I'm here with Chinadu talking about NXT. Fridays, I'm here with Robin to talk about SmackDown. And now that I'm done, or going to be done pretty soon with the SummerSlam stuff, I will be coming back and doing some Collision stuff. So there's lots going on. Also, I am going to be at Comic-Con the next 2 days. So keep an eye out for content from Comic-Con. I'm hoping to get some good stuff there. But anyways, before we go, Reg, what do you got going on?
Tomorrow's Grapsity with Phil. Saturday's also Grapsity with Phil. Every Wednesday I'm here. Every Wednesday I'm with Mike. Who We Are is out. Who We Are 2 is out on all the streaming platforms. Definitely go check that out. Retrofresh.bandcamp.com. Yeah, that's it. It's the same old stuff, you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Appreciate you guys showing up. I was scrolling Instagram and I saw your little thing on the Comic-Con thing. I was like, that's my friend. That's so cool.
Look at me. Wow. I better get my Star Wars stuff ready.
I'm saying, you're talking crazy about Star Wars and you're going to Comic-Con, Denise? Oh my God.
I might get jumped in the parking lot.
They're going to be waiting for you. Like, I heard that shit you're talking.
Oh man. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. And we will catch you guys on the next one. Again, do not forget to leave a review on the AEW podcast. Please ignore the error on the screen. But if you do, go ahead and leave a review for this podcast on the Apple Pods page. You will be entered into a live drawing that I'm doing on July 31st. And the winner of that drawing will be getting AEW Allin for free to get to watch on TV for free. So if you guys don't want to have to shell out $50, there's a good chance that you guys can win the live drawing. And once again, that is going to be taking place July 31st. Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.